What's up out there? So over the last few days or most of this week, I don't remember when the last video came out, it was a few days ago, probably a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but I've been spending a lot of time in archaeology and I now have almost everything in the museum that I can put in there. I have one more item to get, and then once I hit level 118, I can go look up Melantis and start dealing with that. So I would need to let this run for quite a bit longer and probably linger on Shipwreck Cove or something. And I would need to run this map out, maybe make this other one perfect. That gets you the most XP, and I would need to gear this up to finding, I don't know, maybe the old pirate treasure or something like that. There were some really cool items in here. I don't remember which chest it was, but one of the chests dropped a whole bunch of amulets. So I've got a ton of, I don't remember which one it dropped, but it gave me, I have a whole bunch of elite amulets of strength now, accuracy, some defense. I think I got the ranged built up. I don't remember which one that was, but it just dumped out loads and loads of these amulets. I'd love to finish off the Fury of the Elemental Zodiacs. That's probably something I should get done, but it's just not something I'm going to be able to do at the moment. So I got all this other really cool stuff in here. We got some cool shields. This Malevolent Ward shield looks pretty cool. This is probably a magic shield, plus 8% damage reduction. If I didn't have the, and I'm thinking about it. Let me get out of this thing here. So if I was on magic, the Earth Layered shield, let me drop this thing off. Let me see if it's got a penalty to this, because I found this shield the other day and I thought this was really cool. Now this is less damage reduction. Actually, you know what? I probably want to equip that and then just compare it here. So less damage reduction, obviously. Some other bonuses there. It's not hurting my attack or defense. It is hurting the defense from melee, but I don't know that I care about that. I think I might try this. It's a little bit less damage reduction, but I think I want to try that out because it does have some magic attack bonuses, whereas the Earth Layered shield, ah, crap, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to click on this other button here. The Earth Layered shield, you lose a bunch of attack bonuses. So, you know what? One way we could test this out real fast. This does max hit of 200. If I swap that over to there, it changes nothing. So, really isn't a whole lot of difference. It's adding a lot more accuracy, I guess. And some more evasion. Yeah, I guess it adds a lot more evasion, so maybe I don't want to mess with that. That shield would have been cool. I wished I'd have thought about that or knew ahead of time. I probably would have got that, and then we would have had this. This thing has 8% damage reduction, which is as good as anything you can get up until the God Dungeons. If I'd have known that was there, and this is the thing I'm going to have to put a mental note in. When I went through the Atlas of Discovery expansion on my standard account, I already had the game completed. So this is the first time I'm actually playing through this. You know what I mean? Just getting, this is the first time I'm actually playing through it and using this stuff. So it's a little different territory. I would have gotten that a lot sooner and then I'd had a lot better shield. As it is, this shield's probably not any better than what I already have. So I'm not going to worry about using that. Like, this sword looks pretty cool, but there's no way it's going to outpace what I've already got. Like, it's faster and does a little better stab bonus. Maybe I'll hang on to it. I'm not sure. There's some cool stuff in here. Like, if I wanted to go do faster Slayer tasks, I could throw this in my passive slot. And this is the big reason why I ended up going through a lot of archaeology, is because I have this passive slot now. So because of that, that means that I can equip all kinds of cool stuff and just let it go. So I thought, you know what? Now's the time to go get all that archaeology stuff before I really push into the rest of the game. So what do I want to do right now? I want to swap over to this, and I want to go and equip Dragon Tablets. We'll equip, say, a little over 3,000 on each one of these. I believe that's going to make my max hit of 270, 308, 289. Okay. I want to tackle some of these dungeons. I want to try and do some of these barrier dungeons. That's what I want to focus on today. And you know what? I should have crafted up this gear. That's what I really should have done before I sat down to make this video, because I don't have any of that barrier reduction stuff. Probably don't need it, but it would be a lot handier if I had it, like these Dragonite bars and the barrier exalted shards and stuff like that. Oh, I should have thought about this before I did that, but we're going to push ahead because that's how I roll. That would have made this so much easier, because look at that. You'd have extra summoning familiar damage, more flat barrier damage. For idling these dungeons, I'm definitely going to want that. Actually, I can get rid of that Black Dragon Hide Shield. We can get rid of that. And yeah, bad thinking on my part. So let's equip something that, oh, we got a whole bunch of, I got the Lifesteal Gem. That's pretty cool. This Poisonous Gem, I want to get some more of those, because we get Slayer coin based on poisoning things. So I want to go get that. Let me get rid of that there. What do we get this one? Attack interval, faster attack interval, and then this Decaying Gem. I think all those are going to be pretty cool. I'll tinker with them. You know, it's all about adding DPS and stuff like that. Finally got the Unholy thing on here, so we can tinker with that. I've really still never messed with Unholy. Chance to inflict burn with this thing. That sounds awesome. It's got slightly less damage reduction, but yeah, that's more of a magic shield too. But that's cool, because most of your magic, there's not really any magic related shields. This one's only 7% damage reduction, but it gives you an attack bonus and it gives you chance to inflict burn. So that's really cool. I like that a lot. You know, this Earth Layered Shield gives more damage reduction, but man, lighting things on fire is always a good thing. In fact, you know what? Let's try that out. Let's put this on here. I know it's less damage reduction. Set that. Do we do more damage? That's all I care about. Max hits 200. That's not changing. Oh, that's melee max hit. It actually doesn't say. It doesn't say damage. Okay. The other cool thing is we have all of the Hinder Scrolls on each one of these, and we've got the Guardian Ring for each one of these, and a decent Elite Amulet on each one. Now, we need to go figure out, actually, Amulet, we're going to probably change. Amulet needs to go to, let's see here. This is a passive one for plus 10 damage to barrier. This one does not do barrier damage. So I think I want this into my passive slot on each one of these. What this is going to do is add 10% summoning max hit, which affects barrier. And then we'll go, I only have one of these Amulet of Barrier Touch though. So we'll throw that on, man, I don't know where to throw that one. Only one. It's unfortunate. Maybe I won't equip that. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure how many of these dungeons we can do. Ring of Barrier Touch. What ring? Oh yeah, we got the Guardian Ring. All right, so let's just try one of these out and see how this goes, because this may get ugly and I may quit and not be able to do it. We've got prayers going. We've got all the equipment going. Ideally, I would have all the gear going, but let's see how this goes. We want, you know what, we'll do, we'll do damage reduction for now. And then we're going to try this Trickery Temple. Last time I tried this, it didn't work, but everything's in level 90 now, so this might be a lot better off. Don't really need this for skills, although this is probably going to help out with skills quite a bit. We got to get this barrier off first, and that's max hits 348. All right, that's not bad. These things do these regenerate barrier? Yes, they do. 25% every 7 attack turns. So, yeah. Yep, so it's already regenerated. What are we dropping on here? Barrier regen debuff. Oh, yeah. So I'm still not sure what this reflect damage means. Does it mean it reflects defensive damage? Maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, well, we're going to try to get through as many of these dungeons as we can. Maybe just the one. I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? I did not put on a gem. I should have gems, right? I forgot about gems. 15% summoning damage. We'll put that on there. 5% goes on here and here. Probably not the best way to distribute that, but this is what I'm attacking now. And I don't remember, is this all magic or not? I can't remember. But we'll get this built up. Draining Barrier Gem. I think this might all be magic. Oh, I need to really watch my... it may not matter. I was going to say, I might need to watch my... how much damage I'm taking. But you know what we can do is go ahead and equip on this thing here on the neck and then set that there. That way we can swap back and forth to this other one if I go and set that up and save that. There we go. So that might be what I do, is just go ahead and swap this around a little bit. This is kind of the poor man's way of doing it. I should really have all this stuff upgraded. That's something I really didn't think about. But I was sitting here today, I was kind of bored. I was like, you know what? I don't really feel like doing a whole lot tonight. I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do. And I thought, it's probably need to run through some of these dungeons, at least try to get through this Trickery Temple and get it knocked out for whatever that's worth. And be able to idle these at some point. Getting through this one time is probably not going to be like we can get some better barrier stuff in here. Getting through this just the one time is probably not going to be that big a deal. If I was to idle this, I would definitely want to make sure this gear's all fully upgraded. And in fact, that might be when we get done doing this, what I do after that. What I presume is going to happen is as we go through this, like I'm already at level 9, I'm already capable of getting level 99 for all my combat skills. What I presume is going to happen is I'll be able to upgrade some of these other skills. I would love to get woodcutting, and what was the other one I was wanting to get upgraded? There's something else. I can't remember. Summoning's already there. Agility maybe. Rune crafting's already there. Fletching would be okay, I guess. Thieving's already ready to go. Mining and smithing, I guess. Those two would be good. There was something I really wanted. Maybe it was just wood cutting, because I want to get to magic trees. I definitely want to get magic trees, which is level 85. And that might be 2 selections. I can't remember exactly which. 70 to 80. I guess it's 70 to 85. Yeah. And this would be a lot quicker if I didn't have to keep taking this barrier off every time, as it replenishes back on here every 7 attacks. Fortunately, this guy's kind of slow. It'd be nice to slow him down even further. I don't think, if he's on fire, I don't think, it doesn't matter. He's dead anyway. I was going to say, I don't think the barrier counting down, if they're caught on fire, I don't think they still burn if their barrier's up. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. I wish I had tried that. Damage reduction wise, I probably don't need this. I could probably switch over to a different ring, one that gives more barrier damage. Maybe I should do that. We'll see what the final boss is. I just need to finish this one dungeon. It's not that big a deal. I remember the last time we tried this, it was way more difficult, and I think it was level 50 or something like that. Like we were way lower. Yeah, see, it doesn't take damage. No damage there. I think it was already on fire when the barrier regenerated, so I probably could go ahead and switch out to a barrier. Yeah, these aren't doing a whole lot. Maybe I will. We'll do first and foremost, let me make sure that this is set up. And the only barrier ring that I have is this one here. I don't think I have anything else. So that adds 379. I will set that to there. This goes down to, says it adds 10. Why is it adding? How do you go from 370 to 379 when it adds 10? That doesn't make sense. Okay. Logic. We still got 80% damage reduction. If I put that on, it's 82%. So it's not a huge difference. It would be more of a problem on, say, a big dungeon or a big boss fight or something like that, where I'd want this damage reduction. Really what I want here is the ability to kill this stuff faster. So their attack interval slows down, their accuracy goes down. I know they have a barrier regen debuff. That was added after the initial expansion came out. This thing doesn't do any damage. The boss on this has got to be a complete joke too. What's kind of funny is as you go through and play this, with all this stuff doing poison damage and collecting Slayer coin, I now have 8 million Slayer coin. Oh, and that's another thing. Look at this prayer. I have 6 million prayer points. There was something I had to park on to farm in Archaeology, and it kept dropping those statues you can turn over. I don't remember how many points I had. I have 0. I don't have to worry about prayers for a very long time. Like I would get, I don't know, a couple 100,000 prayers, and now I'm up in a few million prayers. So just a massive gain. Oh, that sucks. He's about dead. He is about dead. And now I got to burn that barrier off and then kill him. That sucked. All right, so what's this thing do? 192? Yeah, that's not that big a deal. I don't think there's anything else. Did any of these shields do barrier damage? Don't think so. That is just inflicting burn and stuff. That's not barrier damage. Go ahead and toss that in there. Go ahead and toss that in there. Some of the stuff like this magic flute, this thing sounded kind of cool. I might try this out. I kind of wanted to leave this stuff out here to try it. Holy dust obtained from blessed offering. That's kind of cool. Does this do alt magic? I wonder if that shows up in, like, if I go to alt magic, does that show in here? Yes, it does. Sweet. All right. Oh, he's taking a big hit. That barrier is going to come back soon, though. It'd be kind of neat if they had like a little counter on here that told what turn they were on with their barrier, because it says it comes back after 7 turns. Where'd I see that at? Yeah. Regenerate 25% of barrier every 7 turns. All right, we're out of this. What do we want to do here? Prayers? Oh, yeah, we'll definitely take prayers up. We'll do agility. Gonna do fire making on this one. Wood cutting gets me where I want to be. We'll do farming this time. That's that dungeon. So there's another dungeon down. That's cool. Go ahead and lock that out. Open this up. What did we get? Anything good? Summoning attack interval. That's kind of cool, I guess. All right, let's go to another dungeon. Let's try, what's the next one on here? Cult Grounds. What do we get out of this thing? Oh, yeah, we get some imbued stuff. Helmet of Spite. All right. See, the other thing I want to do is get all the unholy stuff. Because when we go into the Throne of the Herald, I really want to try the unholy stuff out and see how that goes. This is the first time that I've actually gotten to go into the Throne of the Herald expansion with the Atlas of Discovery stuff. So I want to make sure and have everything queued up and ready to go. This is also magic. Huh. Is this going to be another all magic dungeon? I guess that makes sense if you're going to call it a cult ground. If we're doing, oh, that's 10% damage reduction though. That's pretty huge. Oh, you know what? There is a potion for damage, isn't there? Barrier stuff, and I don't have potions for barrier. Huh. Yeah, all right. As usual, I am ill prepared for doing this, but on the flip side, we are able to level up, so that prayer went up. That's cool. Do we have any new prayers? No. This will be 87, whatever that one is. I kind of feel like this might change combat styles here. And I probably could do... I was looking at like the unicorn tablet because that gives you a little bit more damage, but I thought I'd stick with the centaur dragon. The dragon, the better the tablet you get, the more damage it does. Like this does 192 max hit. This only does 97. So if I was to stick with, I don't remember what the unicorn one does, but the unicorn one's right below this. So now we got to switch over to that. What does the unicorn one do? Does it show? Curious while we're in here. 173. So that would bump up our damage quite a bit. Because this is only doing 78. So do 120 more damage. That'd be a lot better. Probably should have stuck with that. Even just to finish these dungeons once. Let's see here. Do I need damage reduction on this? I think I've got enough of these rings. Ow. Actually, I don't have the... put this thing over here. Put this thing on here. That'll bring up that damage a little bit. Set that on there. And we could do I have another one of those rings? That's what I was looking for. No, I don't. So we'll take that, put that over there, kick that onto here, and set that there. That'll bring up the damage a little bit. Get strength leveled up a little. Oh yeah, just whack that thing good. It's amazing how much damage you can do once the barrier's gone. These things have like no health on them. It's just getting that barrier off. One more hit and we're done. All right, next. Is this going to be magic? Nope. Still more of these guys. Oh, we're on monster number 4. So this thing's got a decent chunk of barrier. With 4 hits at 359 would take that off. 4 or 5 hits, something like that. This crushing blow would be good to hit too. This thing only goes 15% of the time, but it does 250% of your max hit. If there was some way of taking that and putting it into barrier damage, which I thought there was some barrier weapons, but maybe that's something we got to go grind out with the Slayer areas and stuff. Or the combat areas. See, I still never gone through any of this stuff yet, at least on this account. Still have not messed with any of that. All right, that thing's done. Are we going to ranged again? Yeah, put him to sleep. We definitely need to go back and put this over here. Put this onto here. And the amulet. Put that over there. And this over here. Need to get some more of those things. Then I switch this out or just have it set up. Oh yeah, I should have swapped out the barrier gem too. We're up to 6, so there's 7, 8. There's 2 more monsters after this. Was this a combat area? It's not the overgrowth. Ritual site. So the next one's going to be this cult monster. Okay, so that's a melee fight. We'll switch over to magic. This one actually follows that combat area, so it makes it real easy. You can just go refer to it. Some of these do, some of them don't. This one does, fortunately, so we can just go look at it real quick. And now I know I'm going to be switching over to magic. And magic's going to be a monster hit. Should be a lot of damage. Not necessarily on the summoning side, but certainly on the magic side. Once that barrier's gone, this thing's going to take a massive amount of damage. This thing can stun. Let's see here. Probably should switch out. I don't know what the final boss is on this thing. Let's go swap this out here. Put this on here, and we need the necklace. Swap that out. Do a little bit more damage. I think that's a little bit more damage. Knock these things out. End of turn healing. Heal 4% of current hit points every 4 seconds. And they apply weakening. That sucks. But whatever, he's on fire. That's that. Problem solved. Next. Yeah, I have spent this entire week just working on archaeology. Once I got started going on it, I just didn't feel like stopping. You know, I bought a whole bunch of bank slots. Like I'm up to 321 now. As you go in archaeology, you get more bank slots. And I finally got the full archaeology suit. That thing is over here. Well, it's not equipped anymore. But I've got the full archaeology suit on there. So it was just the perfect timing. Once gotten through the Into the Mist part, and you know, now that Into the Mist is done, got the passive slot, got all that stuff unlocked, it just felt right, the right time to go ahead and do archaeology. And archaeology is nothing but a huge slog. What do we got here? The witch. So we go back here and do the old swapperoo. Put that over there, that, and this, and that. Are we not doing barrier damage, or is it just not? Oh, it's just not hitting. That's a lot of barrier too. And that's going to heal 25% every 7 attacks. So this might be the thing that causes, this might be what makes it difficult to continue forward. Yeah, this is going to be a long boss fight, I think. The next dungeon after this might not be possible because we might not be able to get around this here dungeon. Oh, can we get into that? That's Melantis. I think everybody said you can get into the dungeons, whether you found the dungeons in cartography, archaeology or not. So we probably can get into there. Getting damage on this thing will be huge as long as it doesn't regenerate and keep regenerating, which it's going to. So if we can get some good damage going here, maybe catch it on fire. Oh, it heals also. Yeah, so it's like a double whammy. But doing a lot of damage on it. There's the barrier returned. And then we're going to miss like a million times because, you know, 97% chance to hit means you're going to miss more than you're going to hit. I still don't quite get percentages in this game. They don't seem to act the way you think they would sometimes. Caught it on fire, poisoned it, put it to sleep, and that's that. Okay, so I'm going to work on fire making just because it's so low. We'll get wood cutting to 99. We'll do fire making leveled up, smithing leveled up, and another fire making. At this point, it doesn't really matter. There's just a ton of other skills to work on. I don't think I really care. Shield of Martyr. What does this thing do? Less damage reduction. Maximum effect of the Martyr at the start of the fight. 1 stack is removed per hit. All right, we'll check that thing out. I really want to see what this unholy stuff does. I am definitely curious. Okay, let's try. Can we get into this thing? We can. Now, I don't know if we're going to go very far in here, but we're going to try it. We'll do the attempt and see where it goes. Right off the bat. That's a lot of barrier to go. I think this follows the underwater ruins. So we're going to be doing magic or ranged, melee, magic, ranged. I don't know if we're going to finish this one. If every one of these has massive barrier on it and I can't get around the barrier, that's going to be a problem. Doesn't look like damage reduction is going to be an issue. It's going to be getting around that barrier because that's 2,600 barrier to remove. 300 points at a time at a maximum. And then this thing's going to, oh, this doesn't regenerate. Does sleep, stun, and freeze. Oh, that sounds awesome. 15% chance to, yeah, okay, so, ooh. This might be a chore of a fight. So this would be where I would want to get everything upgraded. Because if this is going to be like a 30-minute dungeon, yeah, I'm not going to mess with this tonight. I'll get things upgraded. I don't want to make this like a 2-hour video trying to get through this dungeon. So we've got a couple more dungeons down, a little bit more progress going on. And I don't know if I'm going to work on archaeology anymore at the moment. I'd like to get into Melantis, but I'd like to also get this stuff leveled up, get some more things done, get prepping for the final dungeon. Actually, we've got every dungeon done except for we need to get the underwater place done. And then once that's done, we can do Impending Darkness. So we need to get that done. But I believe on the flip side is once you get this stuff upgraded, I didn't do smithing, did I? I should have done smithing. I didn't think about that. Because once you get this crystal stuff upgraded, that lets you, yeah, see, I should have done that because then I could get the pure crystal stuff all the way to 99. Crap, I didn't think about that. I should have put that, I should have put smithing on there instead of doing more fire making. Hindsight 2020 and all. But when you get this stuff upgraded, you can do the crystallization. What is this upgrade to? I can't remember. I want to say once you get this stuff fully upgraded, you have barrier damage and the crystallization that you can do, which is like a double whammy against the monsters. But I'll try to get this stuff upgraded. That might be what I focus on next, is trying to get this stuff upgraded. And I may not be able to because I may have just screwed myself on smithing. Yeah, because I can do smithing to 85. So yeah, we can't go all the way into that. Damn, I wish I'd have thought about that. So 85 gets us down into the unholy two-handed sword. Doesn't get any of the pure crystal stuff yet. And unfortunately, that sucks. Boy, I wish I'd have thought about that. And then the unholy plate. And there's only one more dungeon to get through. And that's the dungeon that I need to put the gear on for. Well, sometimes I amaze myself at how bad of decisions I make. Anyway. So, yeah, that's it. That gets us caught up. I will get some things worked up and then we'll try. I will shoot for trying that next dungeon. I don't know, maybe in the next couple videos, somewhere in there. Basically, I need to get better barrier gear, which really, if I start going into these combat areas, browsing this stuff out, like getting, well, that's not a good example, but adaptive summoning amulet, stuff like that. Like if I can start getting some of this better stuff that's in here, if I start grinding that stuff out and killing all these barrier monsters and stuff, we'll have a lot better gear and that dungeon will go a lot better. So anyway, that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.